Hi everyone, it's Ginger here and welcome back to another sketching video here back in the allotment again. I've got my rhubarb to the right of me and the buttercups to the left, so come and join me for a sketching session. Well, hello everyone, it's Ginger here and I am down at the allotment. Next to me is my humongous rhubarb, which is growing arms and legs. Quite literally, look how tall it is. Scary. And I am sitting in front of one of my favourite weeds, which is the daisy. And not the daisy, though there are daisies if you look all the way along the path, but these are buttercups. And I just like the absolute vibrancy of these. They are just so stunning, and when you walk into any space that has these, you can spot them a mile off. They just add such a brilliant pop of colour. I have a red mark on my thumb just here, and I suspect that I have been stung by the stinging nettles. But not sure what, or either that or been bitten by something that really hurts. Anyway, I've got my floral sketchbook with me, and I've also got my Winsor & Newton Travel watercolour palette, and I've got one of my Arteza water brushes, just because it's easier for bringing water. I don't want to do lots, I just want to do a quick sketch. I've also brought one of my charcoal pencils as well, just to add some line work. So we are going to start with the watercolour and just get some colour down. So I'm going to just wet the page slightly. I want this to be really loose, so I don't want masses of... I know you guys probably can't even see it. I can barely see the water going on the page, and it's so warm. The likelihood is it's probably going to dry fairly fast, so we're going to have to work fairly fast on this one, but that's kind of what I wanted anyway. There we go. There's plenty of water on the page. Sun's gone behind the cloud, no surprise. Right, so let's start with some beautiful greens. I've got a really nice kind of olive fern green, not a fern, it is a fern green. I can't remember. I used to remember what these were, and now I can't remember at all. And of course the obligatory cat hair. So I noticed you're on a wonk, so let's straighten you guys. Right, so they're on really long stalks, aren't they? Like really long. And they've got quite spiky, yeah, they've got little spiky leaves. They kind of spread out as well, so they kind of have multiple heads. And then they have like little clusters of leaves coming off where they got some of these heads. I'm not making this super complicated. I just wanted to get out and sketch, honestly. So I'm just going to add a little bit of brown, I think, at the bottom. Not much, but just here and there. Just to help give some of this a bit more shape and colour. And then go back over some of this darker, make it slightly darker. Not all of it, just some of it. I am using a chisel head brush, so that kind of limits what I can do with size and shape and fun things like that. Just going to take some of this out like this, and there's a lot of grasses here. And then just spread this out a wee bit down the bottom. Along there like that. Now we want some yellow, and brighter the better. So it's a kind of mixture between these two. So I'm going to put some water on both. I'll start with my lightest one, and then I'll put the really yellow one in. I just want to kind of get these in, so I'm just going to use the end of the brush, kind of like that, because they're not like standard buttercups. Like the sort of buttercups that I had when I was at school were, first of all, a lot smaller and closer to the ground, grew in really tighter clumps, and the flower heads were a lot more compact. These are unbelievably, like the petals are splaying out a lot. I don't know why. Don't know if maybe it's a different variety from what I had down south when I was at school. Possibly. It's got a fair bit of green in because of the... I'm just conscious I'm not the only one in the allotment, and the two ladies that are actually where I wanted to paint, I was going to paint some poppies, and I don't think they know I'm here. So I'm being very careful that I don't disturb them. Also, I always get asked really awkward questions when people see you painting. I don't know if you other artists find it, or if you're out, you know, you go out and you go sketching, and it's like people come up to you. Now, I don't mind people coming up to me and asking, what are you doing? But sometimes it's kind of like, well, look at that. That's a beautiful orange, isn't it? Orange. Beautiful yellow. Ah, explosion of water, which is fine. Some of this is just escaping everywhere. That's fine. I kind of want this to grow. I want the colours to kind of expand and have fun. Just add some splats while I've got the water brush here. You see where the water splattered, it's pulled the pigment away. As the water's pushed down soaked down into the paper, it pushes the pigment out. It's always a really great effect, and I love doing it. Just take that bit away there. I can pop it down a second. It's probably going to try and escape. Yeah, it is, because of the page. You'd think with the sun we're having here that this would dry faster, but it's not. So we'll just need to wait a minute. And while we're waiting, I'm just watching where the two ladies are. But, so that's where we're at. These are the things we're kind of painting. We've got one here, yeah. We've got one. Oh, no, it's too far away for me to grab. Otherwise I'd grab it and show you. Right. So a lot of yellow. I don't want loads of yellow. Maybe add a little blue to this green. I know, don't mix colours in your palette. Well, I like to do so. Oh God, look, it's escaping everywhere. Come on, down you come. This is just all about having fun. And just enjoying the process. I kind of wish I'd brought one of my clips with me, that would be easier. I could use a rock, but it would just end up everywhere. And I don't think this is going to be... Are you heavy enough? What do you reckon? Oh, you're kind of heavy enough. Aye. Right, let me grab one of these buttercups a minute. There we go. Right, so this is the flower that we're working with here. And as you can see, I moved my hat so that it's out of the sun. There we go. So that's what we're looking at. You see what I mean? It's got like, if I uncurl the leaves, they're usually round, but like that. So that's round, like I expect. But these they seem to be curling at the tips like this. And the little buds, and then the spiky leaves. It's pretty, really. Look at how yellow it is in the sunlight. It's unbelievably gorgeous. Right, how's this looking? It's getting there. It's kind of what I wanted. Now, I've got all these leaves around me. Can I grab... or could I use this? Let's have a look. What happens when I dab? I don't think it's really going to have that much of an effect with that amount of water and paint on, but... no. Unbelievably, the petals are too shiny for it to hold the paint. Otherwise, I could have used it for imprinting. I think maybe I'll bring something down that will allow me to do that, because that would be fun. Right, we'll pause here and let that dry and then come back to it. Right, that's now mostly dry. You can see it's a little bit wet still here in this corner, but that doesn't bother me too much. I just realised I didn't put the lid back on the paintbrush, so it's probably leaking water everywhere. Come here. And I think I'm now sitting on my palette, which... no, there it is. Right, so now we're going to add some detail. Obviously, we know more or less what the mashed up looking daisy looks like. And we'll just start with kind of one here. So we want one that's kind of opening out but is on its side to us. So we've got like this. Another line there, and then another one here coming down like that. There's way more petals than they have. They actually only have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll just ignore that one. They very much come down and round like this. And then it has a little nub on the inside which we can't see, and then it has all these little fine stamen antenna things that the pollen's on, and they come out like that. They also have these lines. I don't know if you saw it with the what we were looking at earlier. The flower we were looking at earlier. It's got loads of lines down the petals. So I'm just going to make these darker. I think my bum's gone to sleep. Right, and we got this one here. I want this one to be a nice big open one. So I've got one, let's see if I can find it here, there, that's open. It's a really gorgeous shape. So we'll use that one. I'm just going to raise you up slightly so you can see better. I've got this, the middle, it's kind of coned. And then this one's got kind of a slightly funky shape, like that. And then this one's kind of comes up, it curves away from us, and then around across in front of us. So it's going to come there and then down and round, and then that's going to curve there like that. And we got this one, which kind of almost immediately just straight out. But because, as I showed you earlier, these ones all seem to curl, it's got a slightly different shape. And then again, another one. This one's coming out. It's curling. And then like that, coming back round. Like that. And we've got these little like that. That's got like a line there, kind of like a there's a shadow slightly there, and this side's got this curve, a little curl here, and that's the same here. This side's kind of shadowed. I'll do one of their leaves. Their leaves are really strange kind of shape. So it kind of comes up. I almost thought these were ground alder at first, but actually, no, this is the leaf from the buttercup. And there is a ground alder leaf next to it, which is completely different. So I no doubt there's a few plant experts out there shouting, going, "What? How could you mistake the two?" But I'm not a plant expert. Oh, this is still wet down here, so it's not taking the... Each one of these kind of comes down and then into kind of like a point at the middle. It's very weird. These little faint ones in the distance that want to kind of get in here. Like that. I'll probably do some smaller ones. Make sure we are actually focused on what we're supposed to be focused on. And I'll do another one, kind of more like that. Yes, it's gone dark suddenly. I'm just allowing the shapes that the kind of watercolours made actually give me a lot of the shapes for the leaves and things. I think I will just have to come down here on another day to do. And of course, what comes with daisies? Plenty of grass. What do we think, people? Make that one slightly darker. Okay. So that's our main focal one there. Go away. Being pestered by the local wildlife. i.e. the bees are like, oh, you're interesting, I'll sit on you. Like, nope. There we go. Buttercups. I think that's all I'm going to do for today. Weather's changing again, and I need to get back to the house anyway, and I'm being eaten alive while I'm sitting on the grass. So I will see you all for another sketching session later, and I am dearly hoping that I can get back down here to paint some of the poppies and also some of the peonies in a similar style, just loose and free, slap the watercolour on the paper and then sketch over the top, just using the shapes that you've created with the watercolour. It's just a nice easy way to sketch and just relax and enjoy yourself. So hopefully you guys will give this one a go. If you do have a go at something like this and just sketching around your garden, please make sure you send me a photo of your work. I'd love to see it. Anyway, ta-ta for now, and I will see you all soon.